Hey everybody, John Osborne here with Basecamp Trading. A couple weeks ago on May 18th, I did a video where I was looking at Microsoft as possibly breaking out. And what we saw was a breakout above the previous pivot here and then a retest of the trend line. And the trend line was formed from this point through this point. Again, this is the Microsoft daily chart here. A lot of things set up here. We did go and break above that swing high, but then we did pull back a little bit, and we pulled back and retested that trend line not just once, but also again. And here we are back to the end of May, and we started to see some movement again. This time we were looking, remember from back on the 18th, we were looking to see if we can get above 429.92, and then above this resistance right here. And if we could do that, we could be looking at going above this resistance. And that was the interesting one, because we could get above 442.5, then we would trigger the gap fill. And that would take us potentially up to 481.63. Well, what's happened? And we did break through there, and look how strong that move was. Not only on a break above this high again, we broke right through this resistance, and then we even moved up another bar. So today, we jumped up all the way with a high of 466.32, which is close to halfway, or maybe a little over halfway of our way to the gap fill. That gap fill is still above us. We're still going to be looking for that up at 481.63. But so far, we've pulled back a little bit here, but momentum still looks good. We are a little extended over this plus 25 down here. We are also a little extended on value charts, so it's not surprising that we're seeing a little bit of consolidation. We may consolidate here for a little bit, but I do expect that we'll continue running. Or I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but that's what the charts are telling us that it could do. And there's a potential for it to get up there if we let a little consolidation happen here first. And we'll monitor this. We'll see if it will follow through. There's a lot of movement here, all the way from 442 to 481.63. So 442.5 to 481.63 is quite a big move. We're already halfway there in just a couple of bars. So let's see if maybe a little consolidation and then another attempt to run higher. Now, if we do run higher and we reach up to that 481.63, we may take a little bit of a break there, but that's not the end of the train for us. We can go up to the next resistance, which would be up at 489.70, right about here. And then you got a couple of confirmations of that along back here, and then you've got another resistance above that at 49.70. If we can keep going here, we'd have another resistance up here at, let me adjust this here, way up at 513.50. And if we can get through that one, then there's another gap fill that we'd have. And this is a shorter, smaller gap fill. That would be a gap fill from 535 area to 545 area. And then we have the all-time high not far above that. So we could watch Microsoft recovering here and moving back on its way back up again. Again, let's see what happens if we consolidate for a little bit, and then we'll be watching for the first step is to get all the way up to that 481.63. If you like this kind of analysis, go ahead and give us a try. You can join for 30 days for $7. Details in the comments below.